Hello Scorpio, how you doing? So I'm here with your April 2021 astrology and oracle message. So that's real quick for the chit chat, because lately there have been some interesting ones for this month. When the interesting ones come around, sometimes I have a little intro like, now what yours is, because your astrology card is Mercury retrograde, reinvention. You gotta think, Scorpio, you have I transform, you know, and then you got reinvention. So it's a homey energy, it's an energetic energy, it's spontaneous. It can even get you in trouble. Don't get it wrong. Reinventing yourself can get you in trouble. What is the time? What is the place? What prompt your attitude? You know, it could have been a situation that's outside that came your way that prompt you want to transcend it somewhere, transition it somewhere, transform, whatever the right word for it, right? But your oracle card is the catchy part, because it says, do not drink the poison. Do not do things you know are bad for you. So that means the daredevil. Where do the daredevil stands at far as the Scorpio? Because you have all this energy that's here, and it's a daredevil. You know, it's some risky business energy. It's about getting it done. Is, you know, being quick on your feet. But you really gonna have to know, I feel, as I continue to translate, right? I feel like you really have to know when to take that pause, when to freeze yourself in time and let everything go past before you reconvene. I think you need to know how to disguise yourself very well. It's that cloak or dagger within risky business. It seems to be coming out to be a good point in this whole message for Scorpio. So what I'm saying, Scorpios, is you're going to be feeling this energy of a chameleon, risk taker, stand your ground. Learning the language of no. Learning about sincerity. How sincere do things actually go when it comes, you know, that's the energy that's circling Scorpios in the month, right? So the cards that came out, which will definitely prompt it, is really this first one, temperance. Because that's what you gotta have. Temperance. It's a skill. It's a gift. It's a talent, whatever way you want to say it. How far, how much do you have, and how long it lasts, gonna really depends on that, the input and the output of it. With this 9 of Cups and this 2 of Wands. Your input and your output within this zone in the month of April determines it. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? I don't know if it's either one. I guess it just really depends on, once again, the security factor, the sincerity that's in it, the devotion that's there. All of those things going to, you know, really determine the degree of how it really impacts your mood, your change, and what you transform into in that chameleon. That's really the switches that's going on for the month. And then you come around with the 6 of Wands, which is very almost still like the 9 of Cups. And it came back with the King of Cups, okay? which is basically you accomplish something. Your accomplishment in it. How satisfied you are about it. I know the King of Cups is not in reverse, but it doesn't mean that it cannot be interpreted as reverse with the Six of Wands being there before it, as far as I'm concerned as a reader. So it's an attachable energy. So meaning that you could feel, some Scorpios could feel more of the law of attraction. Is it good to actually manifest law of attraction while this energy is going on? I say no, but really it's up to you to do it. There you go, prime example, being able to use the word no. And I'm just saying that because you already got the natural flow of law of attraction. So tapping into it don't really requires you to do any specific ritual or anything. It just requires you to be inside of yourself. And that's if what it is, because it's all about natural, right? It's more or less being able with that Six of Wands to be able to accept the answer that appears. Whether you could accept that something that is not meant for it to be, it is meant for it to be. It's all about that degree of it. It doesn't mean that the situation can't go on. It's almost like you want to open up a restaurant and you want to get the restaurant open first. Later on, you're going to try to pursue your liquor license, right? So in just getting the restaurant open, you got the creativity of how you want that layout to be. So maybe some of the items that you want up in that restaurant is not suitable at this point in time. Maybe it might be more suitable or come about, or it can be made arrangements maybe after you get your liquor license, or maybe after you see how the business grow. So it's mediocre as sensitive and macro as that, as much as it could get micro, in a different sense. So it's our energy is interesting. That's all too. The energy is interesting, and depending on what that Scorpio is involved with determines the degree. The degree of the impact of it. It determines the consciousness. This message can help along the way and make you more conscious in some areas or not, or maybe the messages where it's resonating at just making you more conscious there. Maybe that's where you need to be at. Maybe the consciousness will come on being that it's something that is creative. It's a creative energy. So it's not like it could actually be left stand alone, but it's not like it cannot stand alone. It just depends on the foundation, the situation, and so forth. Those kind of words. Your reality, how it's playing out. The parties involved, the accomplishment, the goal. All of those really do make a difference in it. Now, once again, being that it's here, I feel like the most sensitive part of it is what is you going to carry along. What is that baggage that you're going to bring with you? It's definitely something that's need to be considered or will be considered in the future. It's the baggage. Depending on how you're going, whether you're doing it in business, baggage is going to be very important. Relationship, that's going to be very important because it depends on how long the relationship been going on, how, whether it's new or old. And, say if it is something old, You have the ability to understand that it could be a cycle you or your partner or both of y'all at the same time could be going through. So y'all maturing at a time, but it is maturity time. What is really going on? Can you accept that maturity because of the real true status of y'all current energy that's in a relationship? Maybe there's still secrets that's there between y'all. And so with this transformation going on, it could trigger those doors to start getting locked at. Especially with that Two of Wands and that Six of Wands being right there side by side. And you having a Temperance card. So, it definitely can be the energy of secrets definitely being revealed. It need to be revealed. But once again, what is the benefit of the secret being revealed? Is it really changing something? Did it give you more comfortability? Did it give you clarity? What did it really bring about? Sometimes you got to analyze secrets that you probably already knew. So is it the clarity that gave you this satisfaction? Now, how's it messing with your ego? Is it going to blindside you? And how much is it going to reinvent you? So, this energy, like I said, is interesting. It's going to be something that's definitely going to catch your attention. Or even others' attention, maybe. I don't know. I'm about to get into it. Because, I'm about to shuffle this deck. And I'm giving that a warning in case you don't like hearing cards shuffle. I'm going to talk a little bit. I don't know how important or relevant it is other than me going to explain that I'm shuffling this deck of cards. And I'm going to take the first two cards from the deck. I'm going to take one from the top and I'm going to take one from the bottom. The one from the top is going to reflect that inner energy that's radiating out that you should be conscious about, or at least, in your environment. It is going to be something that does stand out and people are going to be able to pick up on real quickly. The one from the bottom is going to be more like a shadow card, something you might not be conscious about or something that you might need a warning about. Really not sure until those cards come out which way it will really go, and hopefully I will be able to explain it better. Maybe you will know the difference of the direction that it's going in, okay? I'm going to shuffle another deck. And this shuffle right here going to ask for clarifiers for the two cards that did come out. Okay? Can I get one card clarifying the Eight of Swords, please? Can I get one card clarifying the Eight of Swords? Can I get one card clarifying the Page of Cups? One card clarifying the Page of Cups. Alright, so Scorpio, the first card that came out is the Eight of Swords. And it's getting clarified with the Five of Swords, okay? I feel like what is the right word? Hold on, Scorpio. I gotta get these words to come out right. I'm saying because the Eight of Swords is here, right? Usually the Eight of Swords always, even in this image right here, really do look like she's in some kind of a type situation. I mean, they even got it to the point that she got a noose around her neck. They got it really going back to the day the witches got hung when it came up in here. But it also got the rats that's at the bottom, right? So I feel like on a conscientious level, what is making me feel like is the popularity in it. Um, the popularity in this situation is a serious factor. It's going to play a role with your discernment with this Five of Swords. So, meaning that this energy could come with a significant reason, meaning pay attention to the situation. I mean, pay attention to a situation that affect the way that you make a decision based on the popularity. Meaning, say there's a amusement park. Let's go with Disney, right? The popularity about Disney is going to affect the way either you go on this trip or somebody else going on this trip, or whether you want to do business, whether you want to look at a movie, whatever that's circling around Disney is going to affect your decision. That's what I mean in popularity. The situation is based on something of popularity. It's going to affect the way your decision, even if it's all about you having a business, like I said before. The popularity of the business is probably most likely the product that you're going to sell. So based on the product that you're going to sell, you kind of know the type of people you're going to bring. Because of the type of people that you want to bring up in there, you want to have a certain type of environment. It's all about the popularity. And you're going to be conscious about this popularity. In whatever way it is, it's going to apply a situation that is going to later unfold. This is just pertaining to April. So many more months left in the world. Well, not really, but really, if we go by, we're going to change the years anyway. So, that popularity, meaning months is very popular, but I'm going to analyze the months by the years, which bring more months than what it might assume, okay? Because it's only 12, regardless of the fact. But those 12 get to recycle over and refilter themselves through because of the year. It's one of those type of situations. It's not one that's going to be really done and finished because you figure the Eight of Swords is here. No, it's something based on the popularity. It's just saying that the energy is fixed on popularity, in my opinion. Now, on the shadow card of it, you have the Page of Swords and the Seven of Swords. And I feel like the Page of Cups, apologize. The Page of Cups with the Seven of Swords, okay? That feeling is like, don't fool yourself. This, whatever happened in this popularity moment, don't psych yourself out. Don't go with the trend because it's yourself. Don't go with, I guess that goes back to do not drink the poison. For real, that's very important. Don't psych yourself out. Don't do that. That's going to be very imperative. Not to say I don't care, or if you can be a high-headed person, you know what I'm saying? Don't act like you don't care about a situation when you know you're really truly upset. Instead of, try something different when you truly feel that way. If you got to go out and get a whiteboard and write down all your thoughts and put it in somebody's face, it's something different, right? And once you do that, why don't you try maybe that silent treatment and putting your foot down, for example. If it's something that you're real serious about and then your passion is really caught up in here and you feel like you stuck in repeating yourself no matter what, and but you want to change, you know, that you still are striving to have a change, then put that change in there. And that's a simple change if you haven't done that to that point. And after that, learn how to exercise the silence. When that silence comes about, you're beginning to reinvent yourself. Your energy is about to go. Your transformation is about to happen. Pay attention to the transformation. Might not be one that's very pleasant. Could be one that's pleasant. But at the same time, if you transform it, it's transforming the things that's outside of you. So you're going to get reactions. Okay? Make sure you always do it in a safe zone for yourself. If it's something dangerous, you know, make sure you don't put yourself in that kind of situation. Make sure you be wise and smart about it. But whatever you do, don't psych yourself out. April is good. Come in with April Fools. Don't stay in April Fools. Not to yourself. And don't get lost in it if you're doing it with somebody else. That you make it seem like it really didn't came true when you know the situation is not. That's very important through the month of April. Is holding on to that. And if it's something that you're used to doing, it might be a time that you take a break. And that's basically what it gave me, Scorpio, okay? So good luck to you in the month of April, okay? Hopefully I'll be back up here and do another month's reading. And, okay, take care.